Welcome back to Bricks at War. Today we're going to take a look at the U.S. Army M113 Ambulance. The M113 entered service in 1960, which means it's been around longer than most of us have been alive. With over 80,000 units manufactured and multiple variants, this is one of the most widely used armored personnel carriers in the world still today. The original M113 was protected by aircraft quality aluminum alloy. Many users of the M113 today have upgraded its survivability by adding additional armor. Even today, you can see the M113 serving in combat with the Ukrainian army, serving alongside the M1A2 main battle tank and the vulnerable Bradley fighting vehicle. U.S. Army made their last purchase of the M113 in 2007 and plans to eliminate the use of all M113s in the near future. They are currently working on a replacement called the Armored Multipurpose Vehicle, which is currently under development. The U.S. Army currently has over 6,000 units in service today. The current version is designated M113A3, and this particular upgrade was started in 1987 to increase the battlefield survivability of the M113. This includes upgrades to its power plant and adding a yoke steering wheel. Additional improvements include an armored gas tank as well as internal ballistic lining to protect the occupants inside the vehicle. Today, we're going to take a look at my version of the M113A3 Ambulance, which is based off of a Brickmania kit. Most of the M113 kits made by Brickmania are relatively similar in size and design. I took the original instructions and modified it to create this particular ambulance. As you can see, I've added Geneva Convention emblems on all sides, front, side, top, and also on the other side of the vehicle. Now, on many occasions, I buy Brickmania sticker sheets that aren't necessarily designed for a particular kit because they have some stickers in there that can be used across many different things. On this particular one, I used the Huey sticker sheet, which has a lot of different stickers that can be used, some that say Marines, some that say Army, and of course the Geneva Convention emblem for the ambulance that I'm using on this, as well as my Striker unit. And of course, these stickers can be purchased directly online through the Brickmania store. Now, in addition to the emblems that were added, I also added some medical boxes to the top, some supplies. The first boxes over there were purchased from Brick Designers some time ago, and the other box on this side here is just some Brickmania tiles of bedrolls that are stacked on a couple plates. Additionally, I have also added a shovel to the front in case the crew needs to dig their way out of trouble. There's also multiple hatches on the roof to allow the crew to either exit the vehicle or stick their head through. This one here in the back, which is a little bit difficult to get open at first. I'll get it eventually. There we go. And then the second hatch there in the middle is a little bit easier to open, but I've redesigned it to a little bit more modern version. Then we have a driver's hatch, which allows the driver to look out while driving. In addition, I've added some lights to the front. These are pretty standard with most of the kit design. And the rear has rear driving lights, so that way when driving in column, nobody will run into them. The rear hydraulic ramp does come down and allows troops to easily enter and exit the vehicle as needed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of my M113 ambulance. As usual, when building with Lego, compression is usually required as the real world doesn't always translate well into Lego. In this particular case, the M113 usually has 4 stretchers for injured soldiers, but in my version, I've created only a space for 1. Now, I was able to notch out 2 additional spots for injured soldiers to sit, and I was able to add 2 med packs as well as a fire extinguisher to the back of the M113. The driver's position has been enhanced by adding some steering yokes to the front that you can't currently see as the driver is in the way. In addition, the Brickmania standard stretcher has been built in and is supported by an undercarriage to keep it in place. Along with that, there is a computer screen that gives the vitals of the injured soldier to the medic so he knows how he's performing. In addition, there's an IV bag to supply blood or other medications to the injured soldier. I've also added 2 oxygen tanks in the event that the injured soldier needs oxygen while being transported back to the med station. Now, the stretcher itself is a standard Brickmania stretcher and is easily removed from the vehicle. This can be built from parts that usually you will have on hand. Comes out simply and is easy to return to that position. I believe the M113 instructions are available in one of the Bricks in the Sands instruction booklets, or maybe even available online through their digital instruction downloads at the Brickmania website. I highly recommend you give a purchase to these instructions and try to create your own version of the M113. There's many different variants to choose from, and I'm sure you'll find one that'll be great for your particular army. We sure hope you enjoyed today's video at Bricks at War. Please make sure to join us again for future videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.